Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. I'm InksLaura123 and this is going to be a book related video, so I hope you enjoy watching. If you do, please click like and comment, and please subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. Don't forget to smash the notification bell as well, and then you can see when I've uploaded new videos and when I'm doing live streams. Okay, so I have my old phone here, and I've got my Goodreads app on it, so I'm going to go through my June reading wrap up. So the books I read in the month of June, going to just read from my app. By the way, if you are on Goodreads, come and follow me. Come and add me on Goodreads. I do follow people back. Goodreads is literally one of my favourite apps. I love it. You know, I can keep track of what books I've read and the books I want to read, that kind of thing. It's really great for book reviews as well. And there's just loads on there. It's just a great app. So if you're a bookworm, definitely check it out. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Goodreads, all right? I'm just saying it's a great app. I love it. And it really helps when I'm doing these kind of book reading wrap-ups, because I tell you what, I am useless at doing book reviews. It's horrible. Like, I don't get why I'm so bad at doing book reviews. I've said this again and again, because I'm such a proud bookworm. I love reading, and you know, I can sit with Nathan and talk to him for about an hour or so about the book I'm reading. Not that he wants to listen, but still. But yeah, like, you put a camera in front of me and I go and do a book review, and I freeze up, I get all my words mixed up, I don't know what happens, I forget things. It's really weird. Maybe the pressure of it, I don't know. So I'm just going to read from my Goodreads app, basically. Tell you about each book, tell you the rating out of 5 that I give it. And what I'll do in the description box down below, I'll put a link to every book that I mention in this video, and then you can get a more kind of in-depth review of each book, tell you about it, and see other people's comments about it as well. So yeah, if you want to check out the books I mentioned, look down below in the description box. Yeah, lots of bookish things coming up in this video, including the, as I say, the June reading wrap up, which I'll do in a moment. I've got a book to give away as well, and I'm going to be telling you who won last month's contest, because I gave away a book as well, so I'll be telling you who won. Yeah, also I'm going to be showing you the book I'm currently reading, telling you a bit about that, and showing you my TBR jar selection. And I have mystery book bag, yeah. So I get these from the library, 50p for 5 books. They are mystery books, so you take a chance, you take a gamble. Sometimes the books are quite good, other times not so much. So yeah, anyway, right, I'm going to stop rambling, get on with this. The glasses are going on. It's so hot in here, like seriously, it's so sweating hot. I feel like I'm in the desert or something. But I was going to have the fan on, but I can't because it's so noisy. I tried it and then I played it back just to see if you could hear the fan, and it was like really loud, and so I'm just going to have to sweat while I do this. It's all good. Okay, so first book I read in June was Malamander by Thomas Taylor. This is a kid's book. I will say, I know I'm an adult and I read kids' books sometimes. There we go, and that's fine. So here's the cover of it. I thought it was a standalone, but it actually is a series, which is fine. I'm definitely going to read number 2. I thought this was brilliant. So I give this book a 4 out of 5. It was really good fun. So, book description. Malamander is told from the perspective of Herbert Lemon, the lost and founder of the Grand Nautilus Hotel, who tries to unite objects that have been left at the hotel with their owners. Other characters in the story include Violet Palmer, who is lost and needs to be found, and the Malamander who controls people's dreams. Brilliant, honestly, there's some brilliant character names in this. It was quite funny, and like the names of places and people. Very clever. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was a little fun read. Didn't take me long to read at all. And as I say, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Next up, I read Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. I absolutely love Amanda Foody. She's an amazing author. I love the cover of that, with all the playing cards there. So magic, gambling, romance, politics, a bit of everything really. It was brilliant. So this is a series. It's called the Shadow Games series. This is number 1. So I read Ace of Shades, and then I went straight on after that to number 2, which is King of Fools. So I'm not going to tell you about King of Fools because obviously I don't want to give spoilers away. So you need to read number 1 and then King of Fools. But I love the dice on the cover there of this book. You see the dice? Anyway, there are dice on the cover. I actually have a dice tattoo on my leg. random information for you. Okay, so Ace of Shades, book description. Welcome to the City of Sin, where casino families reign, gangs infest the streets, and secrets hide in every shadow. N. Salter was raised as a proper young lady, and no lady would willingly visit New Reigns, the so-called City of Sin. But when her mother goes missing, N must leave her finishing school and her reputation behind to follow her mother's trail to the city where no one survives uncorrupted. Frightened and Alone, N has only one lead, the name Levi Glazier. By the way, Levi is such an amazing character. Unfortunately, Levi is not the gentleman she expected. He's a street lord and a con man. Levi is also only one payment away from cleaning up a rapidly unravelling investment scam. So he doesn't have time to investigate a woman leading a dangerous double life. N's offer of compensation, however, could be the solution to all his problems. Money, money. Their search for the clues leads them through glamorous casinos, illicit cabarets, and into the clutches of a ruthless mafia donna. As N unearths an impossible secret about her past, Levi's enemies catch up to them, ensnaring him in a vicious execution game where the players always lose. To save him, N will need to surrender herself to the city, and she'll need to play. Honestly, it's amazing. It's so like action-packed and fast-moving and just interesting and just, ooh, I loved it. So yeah, Ace of Shades, I gave a 5 out of 5. And then the number 2 book, King of Fools, I also gave a 5 out of 5. Next book I read was a sci-fi, romance, fantasy kind of book. I just saw it in the library. I'd never heard of it. I just literally saw it in the library and was like, oh, it sounds quite a cool book. So it's called Brightly Burning. It's supposed to be like a sci-fi version of Jane Eyre. Which after reading it, I definitely would agree. That's why people are kind of saying that. So 17-year-old Stella Ainsley wants just one thing: to go somewhere, anywhere else. Her home is a floundering spaceship that offers few prospects, having been orbiting an ice-encased Earth for 200 years. When a private ship hires her as a governess, Stella jumps at the chance. The captain of the Rochester, 19-year-old Hugo Fairfax, is notorious throughout the fleet for being a moody recluse and a drunk. But with Stella, he's very kind. But the Rochester harbours secrets, and Stella is certain someone is trying to kill Hugo. The more she discovers, the more questions she has about his role in a conspiracy threatening the fleet. It was cool. I liked it. It was very different than anything I'd ever read. So 4 out of 5. I did enjoy it. Okay. Oh, wow. Next book I read. Oh, my God. If anyone knows me, you'll know how much I love the Mortal Instruments series. It's by far my favourite book series of all time. Ever, ever, ever. I love it. Shadowhunters World, Mortal Instruments, Cassandra Clare. So this is the newest release from the series. It's called Ghost of the Shadow Market. So it's basically like a collection of short stories. And it's by Cassandra Clare, and other authors co-write the stories with her. So here's the cover. There we go. Ghosts of the Shadow Market. There's my lovely Gem on the front there. He's one of my favourite characters. Him and Will are just my favourites. I love them. So yeah, lots of basically different stories, all involving different characters from the past and the newer characters. It was really nice to see like a mixture of new and old characters, like finding out more about the old ones that I loved and getting to know the newer characters as well, and characters that might have featured in stories like a little bit, but now you get to really get to know them. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. It says the Shadow Market is a meeting point for fairies, werewolves, warlocks and vampires. There the downworlders buy and sell magical objects, make dark bargains and whisper secrets. Honestly, it was brilliant. It was really good. And I love the fact that Tessa, Gem, Will, Clary, Jace, etc., Magnus as well. I loved it. Honestly. So if you're a fan of Mortal Instruments, check it out. It's really good. Okay, oh, by the way, yeah, 5 out of 5, definitely, without a doubt. Next book I read, The Truth About Lies by Tracy Darnton. This is a YA thriller. I like the cover with, like, the mosaic and stuff and her swimming. I think it's pretty cool. So I gave this a 4 out of 5 as well, which is good. I've had quite a good month for reading. I haven't really read any books that have been really bad, or I haven't had to, like, stop reading any of the books. I've quite enjoyed everything that I've read this month. So it says, Jess has an incredible memory. She can remember every single detail of every single day since she was 11. But Jess would rather not be remarkable. and after years of testing at the hands of a ruthless research team, she has finally managed to escape. Just when Jess thinks that she's managing to settle into living a normal life, everything changes. Her boarding school roommate dies, and the school is thrown into a state of chaos and grief. New boy Dan appears, and Jess can't help herself find herself drawn to him. But building relationships is hard when you can't reveal who you really are, and Jess is getting hints that someone knows more about her than she would like. Is it time to run again, and will she ever be truly free? It was cool. I liked it. It was good. The only reason I didn't give it a 5, because I did really enjoy it, I found it a bit predictable. But I don't know if that's because I read a lot of thrillers. I think if you read a lot of thrillers, you look out for different, hints and stuff. But I don't know. But I was a little bit predictable. But I really thought it was different. It was interesting, and it was good. I liked it. 4 out of 5. The next book that I read is actually the book I'm giving away this month. Yes, there is a book giveaway again. I want to try and give away a book every month, so this month it is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell, and you can win this book that I have read. Really good. So I'll tell you about it, and then at the end of the video you can see how you can win. Also last month's contest, I want to say congratulations to Siobhan Taverner. I think that's how her name is pronounced, Siobhan Taverner. It could be Shahoban Taverner. But anyway, I have messaged you, if you're watching, I've messaged you on last month's video and said that you've won, etc. So if you're watching this video, congratulations. And please email me, minxlaura123@gmail.com, with all your address details. And I can get the book sent off to you from last month's contest. And well done. So, yeah, well done to you. But yeah, as I say, if you wanna win this one, carry on watching. I'll tell you how you can enter the contest at the end of the video. But back to reviewing it. So yeah, I gave this book a 4 out of 5. It was so funny and so romantic, and I loved it. It was really good. So it's basically about these two girls. Normally I read from this, but these two girls, Beth and Jennifer, and they work together at this like newspaper, and they email each other like about all their personal life, and they go into their romance and different aspects of their life. And at the same point, there's this character called Lincoln who has started his new job, and he's like it's called Internet Security Officer, and basically he thought he was going to take on this job and have to find hackers and firewalls and things like that. But it ends up that whenever certain emails are brought up through certain wording that's in them, he has to kind of, report them to their... So say if someone was, like a sports reporter forwards a dirty joke or something like that, he has to forward it to his boss. But anyway, while he's doing that, he finds these emails, and he just keeps reading them between the two friends. So they're writing about their lives, and he doesn't really have much of a life himself. He's quite lonely, and he's just like fascinated by these two women, how they're, writing to each other, and gets to know them through emails. But then he kind of ends up falling for one of them, and yeah, I mean, he would introduce himself to one of them, but how does he introduce himself? Because then he'll have to say that, oh, by the way, I've been reading your personal emails to each other. Anyway, it's really good. It's very romantic. It's very funny. I probably have described it really bad. I'm sorry. But honestly, it's really worth a read. And I was sitting in the cafe one day reading. I had my cup of coffee, reading that, and it was so laugh out loud funny. I just sat there and I was like, I must look like a right weirdo all on my own, reading, laughing to myself. But it was really good, and very romantic. So yeah. So yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Next book I read, Ghost Stadium, and that was by Tom Palmer. Just a quick little short quick read from the library. I like little quick reads sometimes, just in between like the main books that I'm reading. So this one, it says a thrilling ghost story. I don't know about thrilling, but it was okay. It was alright. It says these 3 boys, Lucas, Irfan and Jack, and they want to mark the beginning of their summer holidays in style. So they tell their parents they're going to go camping and stuff, but really they sneak into this old abandoned football stadium, which is rumoured to be haunted, and basically scary, spooky stuff and possession happens. I mean, it's such a short book. I read it in such a short amount of time, and they managed to get the scary bits out. So, props to the author for that. But I mean, I wouldn't say it was thrilling, but it was okay. So I give it a 4 out of 5 because there was parts of this book that actually give me the heebie-jeebies. It was quite scary. Anyway, so yeah, it was okay. Next book I read, oh my god, I love this book. I love this book. These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. Look at the cover of this book. And this character here, look, on the red tarot card, if it focuses, focus, might not focus. She basically looks a bit like me. There we go. Can you see her? Honestly, I freaking love this. So it's a new series by Isabel Sterling. The actual series, I think, is called These Witches Don't Burn. I don't know when number 2 is out. Untitled. Probably next year, I suppose. I hope. I want to know what happens. This is brilliant. It really, really is a good book. And I give it a 5 out of 5. So it says, Hannah's a witch, but not the kind you're thinking of. She's the real deal. An elemental with the power to control fire, earth, water and air. But even though she lives in Salem, Massachusetts, her magic is a secret she has to keep to herself. If she is ever caught using it in front of a reg, which is a non-witch, she could lose it for good. So Hannah spends most of her time avoiding her ex-girlfriend and fellow elemental witch, Veronica, hanging out with her best friend and working at the fly-by-night cauldron, selling candles and crystals to tourists, goths and local Wiccans. But dealing with her ex is the least of Hannah's concerns when a terrifying blood ritual interrupts the end-of-year school bonfire. Evidence of the dark magic begins to appear all over Salem, and Hannah's sure it's the work of a deadly blood witch. Wahaha. The issue is her coven is less than convinced, forcing Hannah to team up with the last person she wants to see, her ex-girlfriend Veronica. While the pair attempt to smoke out the blood witch at a house party, Hannah meets Morgan, a cute new ballerina in town. But trying to date amid a supernatural crisis is easier said than done, and Hannah will have to test the limits of her power if she's going to save her coven and get the girl, especially when the attacks on Salem's witches become deadlier by the day. Honestly, this was brilliant. I loved it so much. It was funny, it was cute, there was lots of witchy, magic-y stuff, very LGBTQ friendly as well. Just, honestly, on every level, it was just brilliant and so much fun. I can't wait for book number 2. Definitely 5 out of 5. And the last book I read, God, this is so embarrassing, but there we go. I read The Teapot's Tale, a little Disney book. I found it in the Works. Oh, if you're not in England, the Works is like stationery and books and arts and crafts and that sort of stuff, right? I love that shop. I found it for £2. I love Beauty and the Beast, and I saw this Little Beauty and the Beast, The Teapot's Tale. You got Mrs. Potts and Chip. It was basically their story, so I gave it a 5 out of 5 because it was so cute and the little artwork inside was so lovely. However, the only thing I would say, I can't believe I'm going to complain about this little kids book, but I actually thought there'd be more like about the story of like Mrs. Potts and Chip. Like I thought it'd be more about them and their lives and what they were before and stuff. But it was just basically a retelling of the story, but told from their point of view. But anyway, it was really cute and sweet. I love Beauty and the Beast. 5 out of 5. So, what was my book of the month? It was tough because I read, as I say, a lot of good books. I'd have to make it a joint. I'd have to say Ghost of the Shadow Market, Sandra Clare, and other authors, obviously. 100% my book of the month because I love it. But I also really loved Ace of Shades and King of Fools. But I also really, really love These Witches Don't Burn. So I'm just such a idiot here. I can't choose. Oh man. Alright, I'm going to have to go with Ghost of the Shadow Market simply because it was just filled with these amazing stories and I love the Shadowhunter world and everything. So there we go. But it was tough because there were some great books. So that is my June reading wrap up done. So now I'm just going to show you quickly the book I'm currently reading, and it is this one called Slayer. Slayer by Kirsten White. So this is set in the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Let me know in the comments section down below if you used to watch Buffy, or maybe you still watch Buffy, I don't know. I'd love to rewatch the whole series again, like from beginning to end, because I used to love Buffy and Angel and Spike and all that. Honestly, it's brilliant. It's so good, this book. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So it says, into every generation a slayer is born. Nina and her twin sister Artemis are far from normal. It's hard to be when you grow up at the Watchers Academy, a boarding school where teens are trained as guides for slayers, girls gifted with supernatural strength to fight evil forces. Nina has never embraced the violent Watcher lifestyle. Her instincts are to save lives, not take them, until the day Nina's life changes forever. Thanks to Buffy, the famous slayer that the twins' father died protecting, Nina is not only the newest chosen one, but she's the last slayer ever. With the help of her watcher in training, Leo. Leo is so cute. Anyway, Nina must wield all her strength and skill to fight the vampires, demons and forces of darkness. But it's not until bodies start turning up that Nina's new powers are truly tested, because someone she loves might be next. One thing is clear, being chosen is easy, but making choices is hard. So as you can see, I am very much over halfway. It's brilliant. It's so addictive. I can't stop reading it. I woke up the other day. I literally barely opened my eyes. Like, literally, you know, when you just wake up and you're like, you still got sleep in your eyes and stuff. Like, I just had to know what was happening next. I was just, like, reading it, like, half asleep. It's brilliant. It's really, 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 really good. So, that is my current book. This is my TBR jar selection. As I say, once a month, my lovely fiance Nathan picks me a book at random from my TBR jar. This is the one he chose, The Key to It All by Joanna Rees. Your darkest secrets revealed, your deepest desires fulfilled. Pretty cool cover. I got this book ages ago in a charity shop, and it's just been sitting on my bookcase upstairs. So that's why I like doing the TBR jar selection thing, because you just, you know, you get to read a book that you might not have picked up, and it will just sit there for another like 5 years or whatever. So I finally get around to reading them. But yeah, this kind of, reading about it, it's kind of a bit of a mixture between Made in Chelsea and all like that kind of reality show mixed with Saw. So find out next month more about it. But yeah, it just sounds a bit, ooh, bit different. Okay, and last but by no means least, apart from the contest, obviously, I haven't forgot that, I've got my mystery book bag. So yeah, mixed fiction books, 5 books for 50p. I have no idea what's in them. It's stapled together. I don't know what's in there. So let's open it up and find out together. Okay. Oh, okay. So, as I say, you do take a gamble with these. The books I don't want, I either give to a friend, or if I don't want them, I'll give to charity. My friend doesn't want them, I give to charity shop. So, this is Tommy Glover's Sketch of Heaven by Jane Bailey. Set in 1944. Placed as an evacuee. Doesn't approve of their friendship with Tommy, an older boy. I don't know. On first glance, it's not my cup of tea. But after this video, I will actually have a good look at them properly to see what they're about. Okay, next up, this has got a purple cover. What is this? Oh, Archangel's Kiss by Nalini Singh. It's got a cool cover. It's got a little checklist on the back here. Gothic, romantic, action-packed, funny and sexy. Sounds good to me. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to the dark new world where lethal, beautiful archangels hold sway over mortals and immortals both. When the guild hunters caught in between, tasked with retrieving... Well, I'll read this properly in a bit, but that sounds my cup of tea more than that one. So that's good. Next up, we got this one. This is Mary Higgins Clark, Pretend You Didn't See Her. I didn't see her. I didn't see her, honestly. What happens when a young woman is accidentally caught up in a dangerous murder investigation, having merely been in the wrong place at the wrong time? What happens when she is placed under protective care, forced to give up her identity and move to another part of the country, at least till the killer can be firmly identified? Ooh. What happens when in her new life she meets and falls in love with the perfect man, only she can't tell anyone, even him, especially him, who she really is? That actually sounds freaking amazing. I really like that, going under like witness protection and stuff like that. And ooh, yeah, these two sound good. Okay. What did this? What is this? Return to Jarrow, a deeply moving, uplifting story. I have no idea. By Janet McLeod Trotter. I don't know who she is. 17, restless and rebellious. Okay, and the last one is this one, which is Nora Roberts' The Winning Hand. I've heard of Nora Roberts. Oh, it's a large print. I love large print. I wish all books are in large print, I tell you. Darcy Wallace Spencer, last $3. Oh, the Hotel Casino. I do like a bit of gambling. Wins a jackpot worth almost 2 million. And winner over. He'll have to take the biggest gamble of his life. Oh, a bit of gambling and romance. That sounds pretty cool, actually. And it's large print, so that's... Actually, they're all right. I mean, that one... I don't know. But this one sounds awesome. This one, the fact that it's gothic and vampires and stuff like that sounds good. And gambling sounds good. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. 50p. So there we go. That's that. Now it's time for the giveaway. And then it's the end of the video. Sorry if I've rambled a bit in this video. Right, so do you want to win Rainbow Rowell's attachments? Trust me, it's good. And this cover is so cool as well, because you see like the two faces there, but then also it goes into a heart shape. Wow. Anyway, but if you want to read this book, if you want to win it, it's simple. All you've got to do in the comment section below, just put the word enter, and then I'll know that you want to enter the contest. So please, that's all you've got to do. Put the word enter in the comment section down below, and you've got a month, 1 month from today to enter the contest. So good luck to everyone. You can enter from wherever you are in the world. And yeah, the only rule that I do have, there has to be rules, doesn't there? Life is full of rules, right? You do have to be a subscriber of my channel to enter the contest, okay? So please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And good luck to everyone. Just put the word enter and you could win attachments. Honestly though, even if you don't win, I still recommend you read it because it's really, really good. It's really funny, really sweet. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I can take my glasses off now. Probably left a mark on my nose. Yeah, every time. Look at that. Does anyone else get that? When you put glasses on, do you ever get like a red mark? Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon. Please subscribe to my channel if you don't already. And if you're a bookworm like me, happy reading. By the way, don't forget to check out my ASMR channel here on YouTube. It's called MinxLaura123 ASMR. So, yeah, and all the links to my social media are down below in the description box, as are all of the books that I've mentioned in this video, so you can get a better, more kind of in-depth information about the books I've mentioned. Okay, right, I'm going to shut up. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.